was going to ask you today if you finally had some stability in your personnel on offense, and now we see Luther's out.
Yeah, well, he had an ankle injury, and he was close. I just made the decision to try to give him an extra week. He's working hard to get back, and I know he's disappointed, but had a great game. Just wasn't able to quite overcome that injury, and he's disappointed, but that's another man's opportunity, so we'll see what happens.
Dave, what have you thought about Clark Barnes? Looks like he's been
Yeah.
pretty steady for you.
I think he's done well. I think he's handled a lot as a rookie. We've moved him around to different positions. I thought he stepped up in the return game as well. Doesn't seem overwhelmed. I do think in his mind he was ready, pro ready. A lot getting thrown at him. I think he's handling it quite well.
Dave, you've been carrying over from last season. Is the home record becoming a sore spot with you and this team?
Well, we know where we're at this season. I think we had a winning record last season, but we just want to play better. We do think we took a step forward last week. Really, that game, wipe out a few returns and special teams, and the last 3 minutes on defense was a good game. A winning football game. We want to build on that. Last time we played Ottawa, they did a nice job on special teams. They really obviously had a return touchdown as well and took it to us. We're going to try to get as best lineup as we can, and that includes some guys with extra speed on special teams. So we just want to come out here and play well. I do want to take a step forward, though. In order to get ahead in the CFL season, you need to put back-to-back wins. You need 2, 3, 4 wins together. So we need to start that going this game.
I assume that with the teams taking a step forward, Jake, you feel like took a step forward?
Yeah, I do. I think everybody, offensively has to feel like we're starting to gel. I do think Ottawa's defense is one of the best in the league. They're very physical. They're very aggressive. They tackle well. They're ball hawks. So lots of things that we'll have to be at the top of our game in order to beat them.
How nice is it to have another week with the same 5 up front?
It's nice, but I want improvement. I mean, I think we will too. I think they protected Jake fairly well last week. Now I want to see us come together and put 2 parts together. That means let's have a ground game and let's protect our quarterback. And it's more about the communication in between the 5. And a lot's been put on Sean this week to just try to make sure we're all on the same page. As long as we're on the same page, really the call, it matters, but it doesn't matter that much. I mean, just block what's called, and I feel good about our chances to make some wins and hopefully get some big plays.
We don't see a ton of Canadian tackles. How have you felt Bryce has been?
I think he's improving. I mean, it's a lot on his plate as well. I mean, the tough part for Bryce is he's played both sides. That is difficult. But Ottawa's DNs a lot of time play sides, meaning that you'll go up against, if you're on the right side, you're going to be playing whether it's in the boundary or not. Sometimes you're going to play the same defensive end. So I think he can do it. I think he's improving. We like what he's doing. And then it's more about the communication between that guard and him and making sure everyone's on the same page.
It looked like Lorenzo went down with a serious injury. It's going to be a game-time decision.
Yeah, that's probably more for Bob. I don't know what happened. Well, we just got to assume he's playing. We're ready. Everything we put in was assuming he's playing, and that's we know where he's at. He's a good player, defensive player of the year last year. We know where he's at. If he isn't there, we're just going to run, our game plan.
In terms of, when a East Division team comes to town, it often doesn't kind of have the same electricity as a West Division opponent, but does it help that, both your team and Ottawa pulled out some pretty...
I think so.
And they're bringing apparently a hot young quarterback.
Yeah, I just feel like it's basically our fans. That's what I want to focus on. And I think there's a little buzz in the city. I mean, we haven't maybe played as well as we want, but, entertaining games. I think Family Day matters to people. I always feel like it's a fun atmosphere. Weather should be nice. Who knows in the evening, though? Every evening something blows in. But I do feel confident that our fans are excited and want to get behind the team. And we have to go out there and put a good performance together, win, and I think if you do that, it'll be entertaining.
Just to circle back to Luther coming out, and I guess in terms of who you have left for personnel at wide receiver, you're confident that they can...
Yeah, well, we're bringing Tyson on middlemost. I believe he can play receiver, and he's done a good job, but he's also one of our best special teamers. So there's a give and take there. If you're a good receiver but you're not playing any special teamers, you got to be the starter, and Luther was doing that. But all those guys, Colton's in that mix too. They have to realize they got to do as much as they can in their reps on offense, but then make a difference on special teams as well.
It's another week with Tommy Lee Lewis. You talked about him trying to get maybe him more action. He had the touchdown last week, got some punt return. You're expecting more from him this week?
Well, I mean, he'll play some, but we're still happy with our lineup. We've just got him more in just base offense, so we're not really trying to maybe just give him these few plays. We just got him in base offense. Now, we'll see what they give us and see if we can get him the ball. And did a nice job on the return game. Continue to do that. In my opinion, sometimes you do that first game, you're so excited, and you just got to do the right thing. You got to make good decisions, ball security, and hopefully some seams open up for some big plays.